For them, as I'm sure they hoped it would. The good news is we still have a good chunk of it left to play. But if they're going to make a run, you talk about explosive players in the NBA. And few are as explosive as the man we'll see tonight, Jabari Parker. He can power his way through a defense and embarrass you at the rim.
What do you think, Shaq?
Well, you know, he has great stride, length going at the rim. You know, allows him to cover ground. You know, he's strong enough to shrug off any contact. Looks really, really good out there. I'm glad he's healthy.
Are you paying attention?
I thought you was going to Kenny first because you was looking at him.
No, I was going to you first. I was kind of looking you off, but I thought you would.
He couldn't catch the no-look pass.
No, I would have hit you right square in the nose if that had been a basketball. Anyway, we're talking about Jabari Parker, weren't we?
Yeah, nothing could slow this guy down. I mean, I love the fact that he's healthy, the fact that he can get to the rim. The reason he can, because he can shoot that jump shot. So you got to play up close. He goes by you and finishes at the rim.
Look out.
No look
Look
pass.
out.
Hit him in the head again.
Kevin Harlan, we're ready for the tip.
What up, Sam?
DJ.
Go get them season ticket holders what they paid for, boy. Season tickets. Must be nice to sit.
It's the Milwaukee Bucks, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. It's Wednesday night basketball, live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Right now, the Pelicans are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. What a story right now for these guys. Win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
Yeah, and these fans could not be any more behind this team right now. The winning streak has kind of captured the entire public's imagination, and the level of enthusiasm, man, is off the charts.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded 19-year-old from Greece. But he's been a quick study at the NBA level. One reason? He actually takes notes. He said, we all make mistakes and your mind can't remember them all. I write what I did wrong and what worked. I'm going to keep it going. Someday, I'll have a collection. That dedication, Kevin, the sky is the limit for the Greek freak.
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, D.A. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? For a young player, Clark, it's adjusting to the speed of the NBA and the length of the schedule. So how do you power through that rookie wall? How do you survive that?
Well, there's no magic formula, Kevin. You just have to stay the course because it comes in different times for different players. For me, it was after about 60 games. I was a starter playing 34, 35 minutes a game. So it was a combination of fatigue and just getting used to 2.5 times more games than I had ever played in my career. So you fight through it, stay with your habits, stay with your preparation, and eventually you find your legs.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Parker is the 4 with Monroe in the middle. Ogden and Middleton are the guard tandem, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3. Now here's Cousins. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Holiday. Again, Holiday missing. Middleton up top. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Baseline J on the way. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Hill. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Cousins with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Hill against Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, New Orleans getting another chance here. And Cousins gets it to go.
He is just a monster on the boards. And with those soft hands Cousins has, he's going to turn those offensive rebounds into putbacks almost every time.
Now here's Parker. Really struggled in their loss against Utah. Here's Monroe. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And Holiday kicks to Clark. There's a screen. Here's Hill. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Antetokounmpo passes to Brogdon. Back to Antetokounmpo. Monroe with a screen on Hill. Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Now here is Hill, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the long reach of Antetokounmpo, I mean, stretches for days. And because of that, he's excellent at challenging shots.
Davis against Monroe. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. For New Orleans, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Middleton against Holiday. Hill has the open look, and the Pelicans miss again.
Boy, he's having a tough time right now. Seems like he's forcing his shot a bit to me, Kevin, not letting it come in the flow of the game.
Parker's shot is off.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time, liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
Hill with it. He's picked up by Parker. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the Bucks defense, not one of the strongest in the NBA, but they did a great job of creating turnovers. They didn't get a stop every time, but boy, they would often create offense with their defense.
Yeah, exactly. When you're not a strong half-court defensive team, being able to force turnovers and score off those can really be effective. And most teams are hard to guard in transition, and this Bucks team was exceptional in transition.
No good on the free throw. And the Pelicans at last season's trade deadline making the big deal for DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, you look at Anthony Davis being paired with Cousins, and certainly on paper you could make the argument that they've got the best 1-2 punch on the front line in the league. 2 Kentucky guys, great size and offensive skill in terms of their versatility. If they can surround them with shooters and some perimeter defense, I think this group could be scary.
Now, here's Brogdon. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Hill left side. Shot to stop the drought. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Hill's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker. It's stolen by Davis. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
Greg from his one-and-done season at Kentucky, leading college basketball in block shots. We knew Anthony Davis could dominate defensively, but did you have any idea he'd be this good offensively?
None. I mean, with his length and athleticism, you knew he'd have an impact as a finisher. But the way his shooting has developed, it has been remarkable. Now, granted, this was a guy that at one point was recruited to play point guard coming out of high school, but he's playing more like a shooting guard with his skill set.
And what an advantage it is for players in the Bucks to be able to pick the brain of Coach Jason Kidd. Kidd is a player who found success in so many formats, under so many schemes, under many coaches, from winning NBA titles as well as international titles when he played the game.
I don't know how much more I can embellish that, but you're right, Kevin. There's a lot to be learned from old number 5. I mean, Kidd has also shown a knack for imparting his knowledge, which is rich and deep, to his guards. And when you've got a young team like the Bucks are, to have a coach with Kidd's experience and IQ, man, what a blessing for those guys.
Now Davis, after Chris Middleton missed from long range. Davis with a screen on Parker. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 5. It's Hill on the wing. From deep. Second chance effort. Milwaukee with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
No other way to put it. Defense was awful. Completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
And you know, Greg, defense is a mindset, and they did not have that mentality that game. And turnovers were a problem as well.
Shots good by Middleton.
Whenever you give Middleton that kind of space to fire off the pick, he's good to go. One of the best scorers in the game.
There's the pick. Davis, the pass to Clark. Doesn't go for him. Great tee that time from Middleton. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's coming off a 28-point game against Utah.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Really enjoy watching Antetokounmpo show off his toughness. I mean, he's not a real thick guy, long, angular, and muscular, and much tougher than he looks. That's why I think he's able to overpower defenders at times.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
17-foot shot on the way. And Monroe with the basket on the assist by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got his third assist on the night. Now here is Holiday. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. Screen by Cousins. Feeds it to Clark. Takes a three. The rebound by the Bucks. Monroe's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And Middleton kicks to Brogdon. The fadeaway. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo against Hill. And that's going to be a travel. The doctors checked in for New Orleans. The Bucks also changing it up. Thon Maker comes in for Greg Monroe. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Chris Middleton. Outside Hill. Here's the doctor. Boy, that win against the Rockets. He's another guy who really showed up to play. Davis setting the pick for Holiday.